We are the door-to-door team. This is the Door-to-Door Team podcast.
I always do get excited about people seeing the real in the door-to-door space. I'm wanting to be able to share more authenticity.
Where we talk about the highs,
formulated my mindset to always think and always believe that I'm going to be the best.
the lows,
I have a 3-year-old, and I do this for them.
and all the in-between of door-to-door. Hi, y'all. Welcome back to the Door-to-Door Team podcast. Today, you're in for a treat. We've got Antoine. Antoine is like, he's one of our leaders on this team. And I was gonna try to think of a fancier word, and then I thought, actually, leader is big enough. We were both on this team last year, but we're both in a more supportive leadership role this year.
For sure.
I'm already getting so excited and like ahead of myself. Let's start with this. How did you end up here and like doing door-to-door at all?
So my first experience with door-to-door was actually with Pest.
Okay.
I actually found out about it online. I was into real estate.
Okay.
So they had a bunch of people doing real estate there, and I'm like, okay, how are these guys getting their income?
Yeah.
And I came and checked it out. We did a bunch of pre-summer work on a FaceTime, literally just going over the pitch over and over. And we got there, and that's where I met Tyler.
Okay.
Actually. And I didn't really get hip to the whole $50 up front thing. Like I didn't think about that part.
Yeah.
They didn't really hit on that much when they were proposing it to me. When I got there, I was like, it could have been enough. I didn't give it enough chance, but Tyler heard of someone that does solar.
Okay.
And we went to the meeting about solar, and I was like, nah, I think this is what I want to do. And we literally did Pest for a week, and we were gone.
Okay.
Yeah, just 1 week.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. And so now you've been here on the door-to-door team,
Mm-hmm.
and you have been like really, there's like a huge difference between last summer and this summer. Like what feels different for you being in this leadership role, having this like greater weight basically on you?
Well, the first year, it was just me checking it out, making sure that
Yeah.
this is where I need to be.
Yeah.
Right? We have had, I wouldn't say failures in the past with being on certain teams, but it just didn't work out for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And I was just trying to make sure that this is the right place to be, right? So I was just observing and also having a lot of anxiety on making sure that I'm still being consistent from where I came.
Yeah.
So it was a lot on me last year, and this year is more of like, okay, I know what to expect, right? I know the leadership here. I trust everyone that's around. So it's more of me just coming out of my shell saying like, this is where I need to be. I made the right decision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. So the big shift was really you making the decision to say, okay, this is what I want to be doing, where I want to be. And like once you made that decision, you were like all in.
Yeah, I'm all in.
Yeah, and you can see it and we feel it. Like you are so naturally motivating and you're so generous with how you share that motivation in the chat, in person, and in addition to that, like really producing.
Yeah.
And like last month, that was your best month, I think,
Yes.
ever,
Yeah,
right?
ever.
But also, you were #1 in the company.
Right. I think right below Brad.
Oh,
But-
okay.
Well, I could have
But
took
still,
it, but
I mean, it was like it was huge.
for sure.
I mean, tell us a little bit about like what that felt like and what contributed to that success.
First off, the leadership here and the setters. None of those were self-gen, so I can't take
Yeah.
full credit for that. It was
Yeah.
the setters, the people around us, and us as leaders being able to build up that culture in the team.
Yeah.
But more so also this year, being in a leadership role, I'm working on myself more. right? Working on my routine, working on the things that I'm doing outside of the doors and
Yeah.
on the side of it closed. And being more intentional on everyone that I sit in.
Yeah.
I know that this makes sense for them. So being a little bit more pleasantly persistent on putting people in a better situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. I think that is such a beautiful way to see what we do, you know, because there is such good money potential and people can get so lost in that.
For sure.
I mean, that's why I didn't even want to do door to door and like ever. I was never drawn to it because it just felt like this like flashy, you know, lots of trips in cars and
Yeah.
rows, and it just felt like that's not me. And some of that is possible, like that is possible, and there is still that.
Yeah.
But also when you have people like you that feel this service mentality on the team and the homeowners, like we're here to make sure this actually makes sense for you.
For sure.
And that there's a lot of trust happening and you are really a good example of living that and like working by that ethic, which is amazing. And it helps everyone on our team trust you as a
Yeah.
closer and know that anyone that they send you is going to be in good hands. And that's powerful. And that comes not just because of your numbers and your stats, but because of your character and people knowing that you're going to take care of people.
For sure. And it's also, it comes from being understanding. When I'm in someone's home and I see that they're not all the way in, I understand because it is a lot of bad in this world.
Yeah.
So it's more of just being so relatable and also telling people, hey, I have a grandmother, I have a grandpa, I have a mom,
Yeah.
I have a brother. So I'm here to make sure that you're put in a better situation.
Yeah.
And I know that you've heard bad stories, but if it's done right,
Yeah.
this is a good thing. And that's the biggest thing I think that has helped me also get more closes is being able to just be honest and being transparent with
Yeah. Yeah. I love that. What has been the hardest part about this job for you?
people. The sacrifice from the people I love, right? I'm in another city. I'm originally from Houston, so
Yeah.
being away from the people that matter to me, you know, that's my biggest sacrifice right now.
Yeah.
But all parties just need to be on the same page and understand.
Yeah.
And obviously a part of those loved ones I'm talking about, my 3-year-old,
Right.
which she doesn't understand, you know, why dad has to leave and go to work.
Yeah.
But I know that this is gonna pay off. I know it's gonna better her not only my life, but her life. And my biggest goal is to make sure that I'm giving her everything that I didn't have and more.
Yeah.
So I know that this sacrifice will be worth it.
Yeah. I think that's beautiful. And I think when she does get to an age where she can understand that, she will be able to see and appreciate that sacrifice. Does that pressure ever impact you negatively in your work here? Of the sacrifice, the pressure of the sacrifice you're making?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I get it. I have anxiety. I have everything, all of those feelings about wanting to produce and wanting to stay on top or whatever that is, having that feeling of winning. But I would say it drives me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not coming here for nothing. Whenever I leave my house from the people that I love,
Yeah.
like I have to make it worth it.
Right.
So I think it drives me more than anything.
Okay. Yeah. So it's more of a positive driving force.
For sure, and not always. Sometimes you can get overwhelmed. My first year, I felt that a lot. Transitioning into this year,
Yeah.
that's something that has been a lot more easy on me because the people I love, her mom, they've all been able to adapt to me being gone.
Yeah.
And they're working with me and they're being more understanding. Like I said, we're all on the same page now. So.
Yeah, I think that's huge that you have people that you care about that believe in you enough to be on that same page with you. And that support is probably really powerful.
For sure. I wouldn't be able to do what I do without
Yeah.
it. Like literally. If my home isn't right, I'm not going to be able to be successful here.
Yeah, because as a leader, it can feel lonely and like a lot of weight is on your shoulders.
The weekends are the worst. You know, like when Saturday, when we're not working, keeping busy is the best thing for me.
Yeah.
I feel like if I am gone and I'm away from home, I need to be making sure that I'm effective and I'm working and I'm doing everything that I said I'm gonna do. Because that's the only way this feels even right, and it feels like I am getting closer and closer to my goals. And also these pictures that I take in homes, I'm not just, you know, sending it to the group, I'm sending that home too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. So they get to be part of your wins and
sure.
the people that you're meeting and helping.
For sure.
And it's real to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
And it's like I have that pressure also, is I have to send something home.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not out here for no reason.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, I know. And I think your why is so strong that you are, I mean, your passion and your commitment is like contagious. And in the words that you say and the way that you lead and work on this team. So thank you for that.
Yes.
It's beautiful, and it's so fun working with and leading beside you.
And I also want to say thank you. Just how you live your life is inspiring, really.
Thank you.
And I don't tell you that a lot, but whenever it's like you having fun of the littlest things, it make me say, like, you have to be a little bit more grateful just to be here.
Yeah.
Right? And find fun in things that other people would just be like, oh, that's just regular. It's like, no, that's your inner child. And I love to find mine. I want to find mine more, because that's what we're here to do. We're here to have fun and make this enjoyable while we're here. Yeah, we're working hard, but at the end of the day, we are changing people's life and finding that value. And I want to say also, like, I've been in a couple of your sets that we didn't close, and they gave me so much value.
Yeah.
I was in one of them, and he told me, he said, hey, you need to get at least 10 acres.
Yeah.
Right? And I just took it. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get at least 10 acres. But the next person that I went in, it was another one that we didn't close. And he was telling me about his property. He had 5 acres. And I was like, man, do you use agriculture to, you know, pay less taxes? And he was like, under 10, you have to pay taxes on the whole thing, even if you have agriculture. And they connect the dots for me. He said that's why he told me to get at least 10.
Right.
Right? But it's just those little things that if I was just looking at production, if I was just looking at, oh, it wasn't a close, I could have missed that.
Yeah.
So I'm finding this year also is that, like, we're here for a reason, and you can find value and you can find happiness in any situation.
Amen. Thank you. That's a good gem to end on. Y'all, this has been a treat. I hope that you got a lot of value, as I did. And I know, Antoine, but it's great to be able to hear a little bit more of what's in here and what drives you. And I hope that you guys take that away too today, to keep your eyes open for not just the money or the stats, but what are you learning? What are you gaining? What people are you so grateful that you met that you wouldn't have met had you not knocked on their door? So keep your eyes open and your heart soft, and have fun while you're at it.
Yes.
And we'll see you on the next Door to Door Team podcast.
Yeah.